Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan, here with a pre-recorded video for my Saturday sip. I have 2 cards for you. Before we get into that, let's get the commercial-y stuff out of the way while I'm waiting for you to settle in. Again, this is pre-recorded, so I won't be answering your comments with my voice. I'll be typing them in later as you guys comment, so I hope you do. Say hello and all that stuff. Okay, so to shop, Stampin' Up! MemoryINKers.com, email me, MemoryINKers@gmail.com. Hostess code for March 2024. Z as in zebra, Y as in yo-yo, 4, P as in Paul, 3, N as in Nancy, V as in Victor, 7. Okay, cool. All right, got that out of the way. So, alrighty, so now we are going to make 2 cards today. First one is fairly simple. I think you guys are going to like it. It does have a little bit of embossing, so let me, here we go. I had to find that part. So I'm going to take this piece of cardstock, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and I am going to run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I will be using the hashtag, or not hashtag, but hash mark from the Basics 3D Embossing folder, which you can find online, okay? So I will put this on pause for a minute while I grab all this and get that embossed. Be right back. Okay, so this has gone through the embossing machine. And it has that beautiful texture. I'm hoping you guys can see that. It looks like you can. Okay, so now here we go. I'm going to sit down while I make this first card. And you see I have scraps everywhere. So I'm going to start with the thick basic white cardstock. And you remember you fold into the hill. So when you score, it's on this side and it makes an indent. Oh, that'll be the back of the card. And then the inside is where that little bump is. So that's where you're going to fold it. I still like to line up my corners because perfection is overrated and it's me after all. So I'm just going to adhere this to the front. You can put it up on dimensionals if you would like. I am going to keep it flat. Love my green glue, as you guys know. Although I did just buy this machine that squeezes out the glue. I haven't tried it yet. It just came. But you can, it comes with a refillable bottle, so I can put my green glue in it. So I'm going to see how that works, and I'll let you know if I like it. It's not a Stampin' Up! Product, though. Okay, so we've got that. Now I have a piece of basic black cardstock, and that is cut 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then I have strips. And the strips are, I should just grab this, right? The strips are 1 1/2 inches wide. This one is 4 1/4 inches. And then the squares are, I think, again, 1 1/2. Yep, by, this one is about 1 3/4. No, 1 and, I always get confused. 2, 4, 6, 7/8. And then this one is a little bit longer. That one is 2 1/4. Okay. Math. Oh, not a math fan. And this paper is retiring, you guys. This adorable, beautiful, wonderful paper that goes so well with the balloon set. It's just so awesome. So you may want to nab some of this. I don't know yet for sure if it is going to be available online. A lot of things, when you see the new catalog, there's a lot of things in there that they're a little bit harder to find. Like if this is the page, you might see like that much stuck at the top. And some of it's going to be like the online. So you'll be shopping really online. I mean, really. Most of you do that anyway. So, but I wanted you guys to know that. And this is called Lighter Than Air. So I wanted you to be aware, because this paper is just, it's so happy. And it's, I know we're getting a little too close to Easter. I mean, it's next week by the time this video airs. So, unless you rushed everything, but definitely fun for spring and summer, and would have been awesome for your Easter layouts also. So now I'm going to try to center this so that it has an even border, top and bottom. Perfection is overrated. Sometimes when I'm doing something like this, not on video, I will, see, it looks a little uneven, but it doesn't want to move anymore. I will cut it bigger, and then I will just make the pieces fit, and then I will trim it down to whatever it is that I want it to be. Does that make sense? So for instance, if this were on here and it was way over here, then I could trim it. I don't think I'm making sense. You guys are used to me now, right? Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So I did not give myself enough room. So I think I'm going to be able to show you guys, because I'm going to have to trim the black down in order for it to work and look even. So, here we go. Yep. Yep, that yellow piece should have been over a little bit more. So I do need to trim it just a bit, because it definitely looks off center now. So, now you will kind of see what I mean. Although this was an accident and not an on purpose, I do want to have it trimmed a bit. Just hoping that it's not one of these situations where I keep trimming and trimming. There we go. See how that made it a little bit more even? All right, that's better. But see, I will do that sometimes when I'm creating. I'll cut the piece even bigger than this one ended up being, and then I can trim it down. Because see, now that space is a little bit bigger, but the yellow was already glued down. So, okay. Now, this piece I am going to put on dimensionals, which I forgot to grab. And we do have our awesome black. These happen to be the minis, but that's okay. So I am going to grab some of these. When you buy the black dimensionals, they come with a couple of sheets of the regular size and a couple of sheets of the smaller ones, just so you know. Where the white ones, you can get all one size. But I love black dimensionals. They're just awesome for when you want to kind of hide stuff, right? It also makes it really easy to see if you've picked off the transfer piece also. See? There you go. Now I'm going to just center that onto the card front, like so. And then what I want is from, let me find the stamp set. I'm using the hot air balloon, and I want just a note, but the stamp itself says just a note to lift you up, and I want just a note. So I put it on my G block. I love this block, and I am sad to tell you that this block is no longer going to be in the catalog. This block, let me show you the three. So this awesome G block is going away. It must not be selling. The A block, so the little tiny block, is going away. And this one is I, the I block. I love these three blocks a lot. So if you do not have them, and you know our blocks are awesome because it's got that nice dent, I would definitely recommend that you try to grab these before they go away. And you know, there's the retiring list. which I posted for you by the time you guys see this. And don't forget the discounts, the percentages off, that does not start until I believe it's the 5th. Okay, so now I'm going to take a piece of scotch or sellotape, whichever you call it, and I want to make sure I'm just getting the just a note. So it's hard for me to see it this way, so I just put my fingernail there. That way I can see what I want to cover and I don't make a mistake. All right, now I can ink it up in my Memento ink, and I don't have to worry about it. I can just, I gave myself an edge, but apparently it didn't stick. Oh, I love when these things happen. I know I'm not alone in this, right? You guys have little issues too, right? I could have sworn I folded a piece over, but apparently not. All right. So now I have the just a note and this little tiny, I'm going to move this so you're not going to be able to see, but I have to be able to see. Little bitty piece. See, I have an extra piece here in case I really blew it. Okay, good. It worked. Yay. Just a note right there. Now I have just a scrap of basic black. I'm trying to see if this is going to fit. Oh, it is. Good. Okay. So I'm just going to put this on there and then fussy cut it. Set that right there so it has an edge. I love liquid glue. Just, it's so nice to me. I could use my trimmer again, but I'm just going to use my snips, and we're all going to hope for the best, right? I'm going to trim it a little bit tighter because the big piece of black here ended up a little bit tighter. So I will do that here. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to set that on there. I'm not going to pop this up because this part is already popped up and I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm going to put this on here with just the adhesive. Then, because I don't want it to be boring, I am grabbing some bling. This bling happens to be carrying over. I'm very happy about that. There's quite a bit of the bling that is carrying over. This is called the Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems. And they are in the new catalog, and they come in gold, black, and kind of, you know, they might call it silver, but it's kind of diamond-y. But I am going to use the black to accent the black of the background. I'm just going to put a couple right there, and then we're going to put one kind of up in that corner. So there we go. There is card number 1. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys can see that the background is embossed. Okay, so give me just a second and we're going to do card number 2. Okay, I am back. So we are going to do the next card. Let me show you. This is similar to what we're going to be doing. Look at all the sparkle on there. So fun. But we're doing one with this, and I'm going to do something different. Also, I will show you again how to back your envelopes. Your envelope can match your card. So we're going to start with, I always have to think about this, you guys. We're going to be using Pool Party as our card base. I'm going to go ahead and get that folded. And I'm going to show you what I did with the ribbon. I've got the silver and white, which is going to carry over. That is this one. Let me see if you can, I'll hold it like this so you guys can see it, I hope. That is carrying over, so that's exciting. So we're going to use that. And we're using this Pool Party Grow Grain ribbon. This is not carrying over. So if you like this ribbon, which I love this ribbon, it is not. That doesn't mean it won't be online. So let me show you, because I grabbed a couple of scraps so I can show you what I did to make this work. I wanted to create this, okay, because I wanted it to show up better. So what I did was I took a piece of tear and tape, okay, and I put it on the back. This is just my sample, so it's not going to be perfect, but I wanted you guys to see it. I will zoom in. Let me zoom in on this if it lets me. My fingers are sticky. All right, so there's where my zoom in is. All right, so now I can take the tear and tape transfer off the back of this, of course. You know, it doesn't like to come off of ribbon. It just really doesn't. So you gotta really pressure it into place. And you can pick at it until you can get it to come off right without taking the adhesive with it. There we go. All right, so now all you're going to want to do is line it up in between. Now when you're doing a whole strip of it like I did, you just have to take your time. But you can see, oh, that's nice and crooked. But you get the idea, right, that's what I did for all of these pieces. And I've already pre-done my bow. Now for the bow, what I did was I folded a piece. This is going to look really big, but I folded a piece like this. All right. And then I squished it and I tied it with a piece of our linen thread or baker's twine. And then I wrapped another piece around it. And that is how I got my little bow. Okay. So I'm holding on to this because I think I might do tails, but I'm not sure. And then I have my other pieces ready. And I pre-stamped and embossed the sending thanks just to save time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that together also. Like this. So I'm still zoomed in, so I'm going to have to zoom back out because I don't have any idea if you're seeing this now or not, but there you go. All right, let me go back down. There we go. Okay. All right, so now I have kind of my pieces ready. And one piece, these are both 4 by 5 1/4. So one is going to go on the inside. I am not doing anything special to it. Of course, you know, I do like when you do something on the inside of a card. I'm just, I'm not taking the time for it right this minute. So now this is light enough, this Pool Party cardstock, it's pretty light. So if you don't like to put the basic white inside, you don't have to. It's definitely more important if you're using a really dark color than it is with something as light as Pool Party. Wow, I'm having a little trouble evening things up today. Look at that. Oh my God, I've had a very busy morning. We went and got my new catalog bound. So there we go. Where's my bone folder? You know, I like my cards to lay as flat as possible. All right, so now I have all of my pieces ready. Now I'm going to trim these pieces. So what I want, let me show you the sample again. What I want is I want to trim the Designer Series paper to 1 1/4 by 3 3/4, and I need 3 pieces of it. So, oops, not that yet. So I'm going to start by, okay, I forgot. Look at how quickly I forgot, you guys. Unbelievable. So 3 3/4 is what I want from here. Open. Get the score out of the way. So I'm going to 3 3/4. set that aside. And then I wanted him, I think it was 1 1/4, but let me double check. Yep, 1 1/4. So I'm just going to go 1 1/4 is 2 1/2 is 3 3/4. I hope that's right. We will find out. 3 3/4 makes it 2 1/2. Does that make it 1 1/4? It does. That's 1 1/4 there. And then 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Perfect. Yay me. I did math, you guys. Let's everybody get excited. I'm going to hear some cheers. Yay, Carrie did math. So 1 1/4 by 3 3/4, which means I need this to be 4, which it already is, but I want them to now be 1 1/2. So that's going to be 3, 4 1/2, right? Or, you know, if you've got our score tool, 1 1/2 would be right here, but I'm going to go, now what did I say? It was 3, 4 1/2. So and then 3, and then 1 1/2. All right, so that should be right. Hopefully, if I really did do my math correctly, it is right. Hang on. Okay, for a second I thought I wasn't recording. I was going to have a crying fit. All right, so now I've got these 3, and I have these 3. Okay, so now I'm going to glue them. I'm going to mat the flower pieces onto the white pieces. Now, if you have a design in your paper, you're going to want to be careful to line up your design so that it flows a little better. I am not too worried about it, although I can see that that one goes with that one. So I'll go ahead and do it that way. But let me show you what I mean so you guys know. These flowers fit together, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's these. Ah, it's this one. See how the flowers fit together? So, and then this one would go that way to make them even. But it's really not important with this particular style. I don't think anybody's going to notice. But if it was like a scene, you know how we have some designer series paper that are beautiful scenes, then you're going to want to watch your placement. Now for this, I do kind of want to make sure that I'm lining up my DSP basically in the same spots. Straightening that out a little bit so that they're, I have things stuck to me from the glue. Anyway, you guys get the idea of what I'm talking about. I hope that you do. You guys, while I am filming this, I am waiting for my order to come in with all of my new products. So even though this one is taped, hopefully, you know, you never really know when it's coming. It says between, 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. So if it doesn't come in too late, I'll be doing a live unboxing. But if not, I will do it on Friday. I'm filming this on Thursday. You're watching it on Saturday. It's all craziness, right? Okay, so now here's the other card. So now you can see what I am kind of doing here. I am going to be putting some of these pretty little ribbons on here. And I am going to grab my Stamp and Seal. And I'm going to put it on here. Basically, hang on. You can set this on something so you can see if you're even. I'm winging it a little bit. And then I want this one to be in about the same spot. So you notice I flipped it over, and I'm going to try and get this in about the same spot. Doesn't have to be, you know, don't panic about that, but whoops, put it on the right way, Carrie. I have this feeling I put that other one on the wrong way. Did I? I'll have to check it. Okay. I did. Let me. Okay. There we go. So now those two are even, and then I can put this one like this, and I kind of want to go in the middle of these two ribbons. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to panic. If you want to, you know what? If you want to, count your daisies. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit more. So it would go 1, 2, about there. We're guessing, we're not. If you are a perfectionist, God bless you, and do it your way. Do what makes you happy. All right, so now I'm going to flip all of these over because, you know, I like to have the strong adhesive holding down the ribbon. So, whoops. Is it coming off? Yeah, it is. So I'm just going to get that on here real quick. I'm stuck. Then I can roll these back. I just feel like it gives it a little bit more secure for that. Now, oh, and this one is not. There we go. So now, that one too, giving me a little hard time because of what I said. It is ribbon, and so ribbon is ribbon. Okay, so it's all acting up. I'm telling you guys this works. It just never works when I do a video. All right, so now I'm going to want this one in the center of the card. So I'm going to kind of find a center here. So there we go. And now I'm going to count 1, 2. So this is about the center in here. Eyeball it, make it perfect, do whatever you think is the best plan, and we will all be happy. Yes, I see that my ribbon is being stinky right here, but it's okay. It'll be fine when it goes down. So this is approximately the center, I think. Like I said, eyeball it or be perfect, whatever you prefer to do. But I like to start in the center because it gives me a better idea of what I'm doing. So I've got that, and it should be over just a smidgen. Let me see if I can move it. Yeah, just a smidgen over here. Like I said, I'm trying to be a little more perfect, but you know me, that is not my forte. Perfection is overrated, and now it is crooked. All right, it's going to be where it is, you guys. So there it is. And why is that not working for me this time? I don't understand. It always does. I think maybe I didn't put enough of the good adhesive on there. You can pop these up too because the ribbon is going to make it lift a little bit. Oh my golly, you guys. Make me crazy. And now I have adhesive all over me. this way. So when you put on your stronger adhesive, put on enough of it, or use tear and tape. Ribbon really prefers tear and tape, let's be honest. It really does. I just didn't feel like doing it. That did not get as centered as I expected it to be. And this should have been over. Remember when I moved it? I shouldn't have moved it. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do about that, you guys. I know what you're thinking. Carrie, don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm doing it. It doesn't like me right now. But sometimes, you know, you got to tell it who's boss. Okay. I promise doing the center first works normally. If you're not me and you're not making a video, it's all good. It's when you're me and you're making a video that it will make you crazy. Come on, squeeze out. What's going on? Here we go. All right. Unbelievable, you guys. I can't even believe how much trouble I'm having. And this is recorded. And see, now I have glue on this center one, so I'm going to end up moving my bow. I'm going to put my bow on the center one, which was not my original plan. All right. Okay. Make me crazy. All right, so now I've got the bow that I pre-made. It does have tear and tape on it. Let's see if I can get it to come off without a hitch. There we go. So now I can put the bow on here and nobody will know that I totally blew it, except you guys. So there's the bow. So that means I have to put my sentiment in a different spot. So I'm not going to need that, I don't think. And I'm going to use dimensionals. My fingers are so sticky, you guys. You guys, you girls. Or both. So then here is my sentiment. So it all worked out, having the bow there. Now, here's where I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I've got some sticky I need to clean off my glass mat. Luckily, it does clean off really good. So I have these awesome shaker things. These are going away. These adorable daisies. They are called Loose Daisy Embellishments. $7. There's like, I don't know, 8 million in here or something. I don't know. Because I've been using this one quite a bit. And it's still there. So now I'm going to take my glue dots and my take your pick tool. And I'm going to try to grab the yellow ones. Well, maybe the white. Let me see. I think I want the yellow ones. And I'm going to stick them to the glue dot. Like that. And then pick it up. Glue dots are a little bit big. So I'm folding it over a little bit. And then I'm going to put it on top of some of these daisies that are on the DSP. And I just think it's fun. I just thought it would be a really fun trick to do. Let me see if I can get that one centered a little better. Some of my take your pick tool stuck to it. There we go. So I'm going to put one right there. That's why I left a little space. I forgot to tell you guys that. That was not an accident. That was an on purpose. So it's a little, oops, it's a little tedious to do this with the glue dots, but you could probably use the liquid glue. I just thought the glue dots would be a little bit faster. So anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to just set them on here and then I'll glue them down so you guys don't have to watch me keep going crazy with that. But you see how you can have some, like over here, it's hanging off a little bit. But you can put as many or as few as you want, just to give it a fun look. So I'm going to pause my video and I'm going to add some more daisies and you guys can see it a little fuller. Okay, so there we go. I decided to add a few of the white ones on as well. I mean, it was cute. Just the polka dots by itself is really cute. But I wanted you guys to see that. So here's the one with the gems, which I think the gems are killer. Let's be honest. They're quite beautiful. But I liked the daisies and I just think they're fun. So now real quick, I do have enough of a piece left to do my envelope. Most of you guys have seen this done quite a few times, and this is what I'm talking about. So all I'm going to do is add some adhesive to my envelope. I'm going to get pretty close to the edge with my liquid glue. You can also use our adhesive sheets if you wanted to do the whole piece with your adhesive sheets. Now this is going to make a mess on my glass mat, but I'm okay with it because I did do enough to maybe have some of it ooze out the edges. So there we go. I see that I probably should have pulled it down a little bit further. I'm just batting 1,000 with this, you guys. So I cut it. I did it wrong. It's too, like, look, that's not good. So, but there's always a fix, right? Just going to very carefully trim here. There really is enough, though, for you to do it right if you pay a little more attention than I did. So then you just go around and you trim it. Now, if you're worried about the fact that, yes, I have white, I'm not going to worry about it. But you can always trim the whole edge of the envelope here if you wanted to make that perfect. Or use another sheet so you have enough. But honestly, when you cut this, I like to not waste too much. But see, it looks totally fine. And then you've got the matching DSP to the card. So there's those. And then here's the other one that I did for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to follow me on facebook.com/MemoryINKers. MemoryINKers.com is where you're going to go shopping for Stampin' Up. This is the March 2024 hostess code. Also, I am on Facebook, on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, it is because I have uploaded my Facebook. This is a pre-recorded video, but if you ever want to watch me live, it's always on Facebook. So have a blessed and wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye.